Oh my gosh, there's two of them in one day. Two big chunkers. So many beautiful rocks. That's a nice thing to find on my way out. Hello rockers, it's Kate from KatyDid. I am down by the Yellowstone River today. I am so excited because we are going to be checking out some freshly turned gravel after the river flooded briefly because of an ice jam, and now it's not flooded anymore. So let's see what we can find. So I'm pretty excited about this place. This is the place that I've been to many times before, but the rocks have mostly been dirty because of the way the river has flowed. We just had an ice jam downstream, and that means all these rocks were under flowing water, so maybe some of them have been washed off and I'll find something new. I hope so. Got my mud boots on, which is good because there's lots of mud, lots of ice. Getting over to the gravel bar will be just a little bit tricky because of the slippery ice, but not too bad, and it's not super deep, so should be no problem. I am, however, going to put you away while I do it, just in case I need my hands. Well, there is lots and lots of mud, but as I hope, these rocks are quite a bit cleaner than the last time I saw them. I assume they've also been turned over a little bit. The gravel bars go really deep, so I'm sure we're going to find something good. This one is not an agate, it's just a wannabe, but it was shining like one. This one is what I call a milk agate. It's basically similar agate material that we're looking for, but it is very milky, not very clear, and sometimes these are pretty to cut, but not pretty enough for me to haul it out of here. I was just walking up this little inlet here. Thought I'd see if there's any agates that are shining in the water, and this gorgeous piece of agatized wood just caught my eye. It's just perfect. A lot of what you find has to do with the angle of the sun. I actually spotted this because I had to stop down and talk to the dog, and boy, it is pretty. Look at that red. I guess I would almost call this carnelian. What do you think? Once again, I wouldn't call this an agate because it's a little bit too milky, but this one is just cool. It's got an interesting shape. I kind of think I want to put it in the tumbler. You can see here all this gravel has been turned over by the running water. And this is what happens in the spring when the river floods. That's just a jasper, I think. This is what happens in the spring when the river floods. Boy, that's interesting though, isn't it? Yeah, it's a jasp agate, but you know what? I have to take it home. All right, back to the river. This is what happens in the springtime when the river floods and all the gravel gets turned over on the gravel bars and replaced and replenished. And so it's really exciting when that flood comes. This, I think, is another jasp agate, and I was just going to toss it, but it has such interesting patterns in the rock itself that I really just can't leave it behind. Look at that. I can't wait to cut that. Wow, look at this piece of sandstone. You can't do much with it. You can't polish it, you can't tumble it, but it sure is pretty. After my series of milk agates, I didn't have any hope for this one at all. I just sprayed it off because it has kind of the agate look, right? But how cool is this? It is a big, chunky one. Oh, nice. It looks like maybe this quartz that's on the top here, these quartz crystals, don't necessarily go all the way through. Oh, this is just great. I am so excited. Look, Kava, look what we found. Look, she doesn't care. Oh man, that made the trip worth it just right there. This is an unusual find for me. I think this is a part of, a really nice part maybe, of what Theo Kellison would call a scaphite. It's a fossil, it's a shell fossil. I just think that's super cool. I stopped to look at this piece of banded shirt, and right next to it is this jasp agate that has just super interesting bands in it, the agate bands that look like they're even a little bit fortified. So I'm going to bring that home because I don't know an awful lot about what's called TSAs or treasure state agates that have fortification in them. And even if this isn't one, I bet it's going to be pretty. As usual, I have in my mind that I shouldn't be picking up petrified wood because it's so heavy. But look at this thing, it's blue. Oh, look at that. That is spectacular. That is blue agate petrified wood. And of course, that one can't go back in the wild. It was definitely a good idea to bring the mud boots today. I have a fellow who is an old school rockhound named Ike who has been giving me pointers, and he reminded me to take the mud boots. Right here. Look at this, pretty. You like it? Doesn't taste very good, does it? Neat. I found this just gorgeous chunk of agatized wood lying in the water, and I guess what appeals to me about it is the flat face, just like when wood breaks. But it also looks like it's got quite a lot of really pretty agate stuff in it. So I'm going to bring it along until I decide I really can't carry that much weight anymore, and then I'll stash it somewhere for later. This one looks pretty clear, but I do love it when the sun shines through them like that. Oh, so fun. Just a little one. I like the red here. These icebergs glow like agates. The sun is getting lower in the sky, illuminating all the pretties. And look at this. This one was pre-sliced for me. That is so cool. Nice. This is really interesting. I picked it up because I thought it looked kind of agate-y, and it still does. You see there's some agate right in the corner there. But I think it might actually be agatized wood. We'll know for sure when we cut it. I just stopped to take a picture of this feather, and I saw this in the water, and I thought, I wonder if that's an agate. So I picked it up, and not only is it an agate, it is a chunky agate. Oh my gosh, that's two of them in one day. Two big, big chunkers. This looks like it's got some really, really nice color in it. Oh, I'm so glad I came today. But I think that better be it for me. If I put all of these in my backpack and climb back up that hill, I think I can just barely make it. This is so cool. I literally had to kick this to see if it was a rock or not because it looks so much like a stick. Wow. Pretty piece of driftwood in stone. I just found this agate in the water, and it's very blue, very pretty, and light enough that it'll fit in my pack. This is right next to it. What is it? Ah, it was a leaf and a rock. Ha ha ha! Kava has decided I've completely lost my mind because it's clearly time to go home, and I keep stopping. Look at this. This was in the water. It's clearly a piece of petrified wood, but it's completely agatized. So cool. What an amazing day. Thank you all for coming along with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please be sure to do so. And if you feel like supporting this channel, either become a KatyDid member by clicking join, or you can check out KatyDidRocks on Etsy. No matter what you do, keep on doing. And if you feel like supporting this channel, either become a KatyDid member